Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. How's everybody doing today? It's a little bit chilly my way, and it's overcast. Get my candle going. All right, let me start off with a random Bible reading. Psalms 93. The Lord reigns. He is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed in majesty and is armed with strength. The world is firmly established. It cannot be moved. Your throne was established long ago. You are from all eternity. The seas have lifted up, O Lord. The seas have lifted up their voice. The seas have lifted up their pounding waves, mightier than the thunder of the great waters, mightier than the breakers of the sea. The Lord on high is mighty. Your statutes stand firm. Holiness adorns your house for endless days, O Lord. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Archangel. And our one card pull is the Three of Gabriel. You have made some good choices, and now your ship is coming in. As you wait for it to dock, it is an excellent time to consider your next steps. Long-term planning is a good idea. What is your next adventure? What actions are required in order to make that endeavor a reality? You may need to travel for business purposes. Review your options while you keep your enthusiasm high. The work you have done so far will yield fantastic results, so there is no need to worry. If it takes a little while for you to get a return on your financial or energetic investment, just have patience. Additional meanings: self-confidence, teamwork, optimism, and expected outcome. Next, we have a one card pull from the Psychic Tarot. And we pulled New Beginnings, a 0. The first of the major arcanas in this deck. Each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith, but be prepared as you do so. This card represents that a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card, it is a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take that leap of faith and step into the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that through inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you'll be propelled forward on a positive, life-changing path. Do not conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. This card is the Fool card. Next, the one card pull from the Divine Feather. Here's what the feather looks like. It actually has some green in it, but I don't think you can see it with the lighting. The starling. Starling is a bird that is at ease in both urban and rural areas. This messenger often travels and nests in immense flocks. They are generally talkative birds that have the ability to mimic sounds in their environments and incorporate them into their calls. Their chatter is indicative of a group mind and group behavior. The symbolism of starling is closely tied to the power of community. The yellow beak in springtime represents energy around the solar plexus chakra and the perception of societal roles and self-esteem. The beak is also associated with having clear communication within the group. The message. The starling messenger flies in flocks to inspire your social side. Stepping out into the world is the perfect remedy for spending too much time alone or in your head. The energy of group mind is powerful and can be a welcome change. It may be the time to reevaluate your community ties and find the perfect place to land. Have you been too social, too dependent on the company of others? Create a smaller, more intimate way to connect so that you may receive the gifts of community without draining your energy. In all of these circumstances, you are being guided to notice the unique gifts that come through the power of the group. Use your clear communication to connect more deeply and authentically the energies, community, group, and mind. Next, one card pull is from the Native Spirit. And we pulled Grandmother Earth. Stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded. Make plans for the future, but do not act on those plans until you are ready and feel secure in stepping forward. There is a profound source of strength and power within you, and it is expanding now. Put your roots down. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. Your native spirit wants you to know. Grandmother Earth provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She is stable and strong in her devotion to us. You are supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Do not rush. Slow down. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Do not rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you are thinking of making secure financial investments, and receive this card, it is telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not time to take risk. The journey to deepen your connection to Grandmother Earth and bring security in all forms into your life. Walk barefoot on the earth, place your hands in the earth, or make investments. Imagine the strengthening, grounding energy of the earth filling you and your life. The next one card pull from Gemstone Guardians card and your soul purpose. And we received the Lawyer, and the stone is Hiddenite. The affirmation: I am calm. I am diplomatic in both personal and business pursuits. Success is mine. Okay, so that's under justice. Okay, where are you? Okay. Do you have a tendency to want to offer advice or act on another's behalf? A lawyer or attorney is a mediator and is qualified to represent someone in legal matters. They practice state and federal laws and assist in negotiating a resolution as an impartial party in a legal situation. When you draw the Lawyer and Hiddenite card, it is a reminder that trained professionals are important in the fair outcome of legal matters. If this is not your life path, the card suggests that it may be in your best interest to have a trained advocate represent you or provide you with advice to make an informed decision. Hiddenite, the vibrational matching gem for this life path, enhances balance between your mind and your emotions. It helps you release strongly charged feelings. Use the combination of this life path and its gem to reduce a tendency to overreact. Pulling this card signals a time with diplomacy and emotional control are of utmost importance, regardless of the area of life. Shift your attention to what is truly important and use this energy to focus on your goals and dreams. From another angle, this card is asking you to take a look at how often you give unsolicited advice to others. Consider giving advice only if you are asked. This card may also indicate that it is time to keep your own counsel first and foremost. Be aware and keep your business dealings private and confidential. Respect the decisions and privacy of others. Keep the lens through which you look at life as clear as possible. Don't let others taint your vision of the facts. Maintain an even keel in your demeanor. It is extremely important at this time to be calm, composed, and even-tempered. The next card pull is from the Messages from the Mermaids. And we received Mystery. Embrace the wonderful mystery of life. Some things can't be known and are better left mysterious. Mystery is alluring and enticing. This mermaid comes to share the importance of mystery. She wants you to know that there's no need to demystify things. Do you know someone who is always trying to find explanations, analyzing and examining everything? Maybe this is you. Sometimes just accepting the magic of life is what's called for, instead of trying to decipher it all. The mystery of life is beautiful and magical. The magic exists in the mystery. Does someone appear mysterious to you? Are they trying to lure you in? Perhaps you could take a tip from them and become more mysterious yourself rather than laying everything out on the table, so to speak. Allow your inner workings and mysteries to be unraveled over time as you get to know someone, rather than telling and sharing everything at the first meeting. It is also possible that the mysterious guise is a mask someone is using to hide something from you or those around you. If you feel this is the case, do not turn amateur detective. Instead, ask poignant questions and see how they respond. Notice if they become guarded or open. If this card appears next to the love card, which it doesn't, because it's only a one card pull, so I'll end it there. Next, one card pull out of the animal message, and we receive the dolphin. Okay. Tune into the rhythm of your breath to find stillness and patience. Playful, sleek swimmer, gregarious, intelligent mammal who 60 million years ago bestrode the earth on 4 legs. Dolphin has adapted more elegantly to her world than any other creature. She embodies patience and shows how, with time and slow determination, you can create wonders, move mountains, and become the person your heart desires. Dolphin must still breathe salty air as she swims rhythmically through the waves, and counsels that breathing techniques can heal body and soul and transport you to other places. And one card pull from the Tattoo Tarot, we receive the King of Cups. The King of Cups, fair or blonde, older male, responsible, honest, kind man, creative, educated, or professional, liberal, poetic, artistic, religious, legal, beagle, or businessman, fluctuating, unreliable, lacking persistence. So he's someone in kind of la-la land, in love with whatever it is he's loving up on. Could be. Okay, so the reading from our Akashic Tarot. I'm going to go through each one. The one that received most of the 4 cards is the roses. So I'll start from the back side in order how I received them in that particular suit. So for the keys, we received 1, the Architect. Where is it? Okay. A man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect of all they survey, and he points to an unseen building in the expansive project. Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundation, pylons, and palaces. At a mundane level, you could find yourself involved in a building project or renovating or redecorating your home or workplace. Most important, this card shows that it's time for you to step into a position of power. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strengths, as well as your authority to take charge. An opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command you have over the great scope of this situation and take charge. Whether this card is upright or reversed, look at the adjacent card, which we don't. Has to do with planning. Akashic force. Close your eyes, take a relaxing breath, and move deeply into the authority and confidence that come from your eternal truth. You are in easy command. You are in easy command. Feel your talents and power stir within you as you design the destiny you seek. The next is the scrolls. And we received the 8 of scrolls first. Woodland animals gather around a woman who stands in a small clearing in the forest. The fork before her breaks into 3 separate paths. The middle is clear and bright. The left is much darker with more trees and growth. And the right is dappled by sunlight with a few shadows falling here and there across it. This card reveals that you've been traveling on a path that's known to you, and it shows you the way to the expected outcomes. But there are 2 other paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. Some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Do not be attached to your agenda that you miss them. Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make the decisions that lie before you with confidence. You are flexible and brave enough to step into the shadow. Stay alert. Extraordinary opportunities abound in the least expected places. Close your eyes and see a path cloaked in shadow before you. It might be a little scary because it's unknown. Step right into the shadow and feel yourself fill with the excitement of uncertainty and unknown opportunity. Are you ready for a surprise? And the other card we received is the 5 of Scrolls, diversity. A woman stands on a veranda overlooking a beautiful valley dotted with little towns on the hills and along the river. Scrolls that she has read lie upon a nearby table. Another scroll is held loosely in her hand, while the woman surveys all that she sees. With this card, you'll find that it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider, and you should take a look at them all. Allow yourself to try new things, go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people too. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go farther afield than you planned. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. Your life has turned into a smorgasbord of opportunities. Close your eyes and imagine an array of all the many different things that interest you. Give yourself permission to try them. How can you do that in the coming weeks? Next, we have the forces. And we receive the King of Forces. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him. In the earth below his feet, the water running by, and the star-filled nebula in the sky above. Yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influences on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, this card indicates the presence of a man who has a powerful and positive energy. He comes with good intentions. Gentleness and honesty resonate from him. If you don't know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life soon. He could bring support for a special project, a work issue, or just life in general. He may also be a possible lover interest. So in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in any of the careers natural to the King of Forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences, and new industries in environmental care. Any activity connecting with earth energy and nature are beneficial to you at this time. Whether you are male or female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the balance and beauty of nature and how the powerful forces always moving within and around you. Close your eyes and sense the King of Forces by your side. Feel universal beauty and power move within you, through you, and around you. Feel how gentle this force and wisdom are. How will you rule the forces and allow them to serve you? And then we have the Three of Forces, the bird's nest. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening new business locations. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort, for the expansions you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. Close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansions that lie before you? And then next we have the roses. And we have, of course, 4 to read on. And let's see. Start out with the 7. The journey. Oops. A seaport teems with activity as cargo is loaded off and onto many ships. 2 women on a small tender boat are on their way to the great ship that will take them on their journey. 2 men with their trunks and cases wait to follow. This card shows a time for a journey, a move, or a relocation. You may be taking your work or creative endeavors in a whole new direction, whether figuratively to a new industry or literally to a new city. However this journey occurs, it is sure to take you to new places and greater opportunities. Although it may require leaving something safe behind, this is not the time for staying safe in the harbor. It's time for finding and exploring new worlds. So get packed. Close your eyes and see yourself embarking on a magical journey. Feel movement swirl around you and anticipation fill you. Where do you want to go? How would you like to get there? Next is the 3 of Roses. Playful fairies and water sprites frolic in the air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in the elementals, nature spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind, and fire, and they are willing to share the guidance, well-being, and inspiration of the Akashic record that exists in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Being more playful to your daily life. Let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elementals to inspire you in this and other areas. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. Close your eyes and feel the air abuzz with the flight and dance of elementals all around you. Feel yourself smile in the happy lightness of being they bring. Every time you take a moment to do this, you open your heart to joy. Next is the views of the ego, and it's a 4. Let's see. Three people stand together before a full-length mirror. The man in the center gazes keenly at himself, and it seems his reflection is looking back with a superior air. His is the sole reflection to be seen in the mirror. This card shows that there may be a thoughtless, selfish person in your life, whether in love, friendship, family, or business relationship. This person is self-absorbed and makes plans only in terms of how they affect him or her. You may have lingered too long, repeatedly giving to this person, even though you haven't received much in return. You have tolerated this dismissiveness because you kept hoping things would get better, or perhaps you were too afraid to step away. You are called now to be aware. This person is unlikely to change, and you may be delaying the inevitable. Take an honest look in your mirror and see how staying in this relationship affects your future. Imagine yourself looking into a mirror, and all you see reflected there is the God within you. Take a moment to sense the truth. Let this part of you be reflected in everything you think and do. And every time you look into an actual mirror, see your divine self there. And then we have a 1 commitment. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as the offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership and create a new business venture. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light, and it indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first and help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. Close your eyes and with a deep breath, bring in the word commitment. Feel its energy fill you with dedication and purpose. You are ready to make a priority of every commitment, large and small, in your life, especially to yourself. Now we're going on to the major arcanas, and we actually have 5 to read. So, I'm going to start with the one we received first, and that is Fated Meeting. We keep getting a lot of these same cards. So we have Fated Meeting, we have Commitment. What else do we have in here? Views of the Ego, Loving Elementals, The Journey, 3 of Forces, King of Forces, 5 of Scrolls, 8 of Scrolls, and 1 of Keys. I'll be going over these and putting them in order when we're done. Okay, Major Arcana 7, Fated Meetings. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from the past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and to each other. If you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. Take a deep breath and fill yourself with the expectation of someone special coming. Feel the excitement of this important approach. It's someone to know, to hold, and to help you. This person is almost here. Next is a 14, and it's the Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. 14. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the Ascended Master, Count Saint Germain, sends his light and energy to the four-robed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. And the time is now. Some loss of lower vibration relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to lift you to the new heights and power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as connecting to the Ascended Masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the Masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. The disciples you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the Masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is a time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Close your eyes and see yourself on the path of your initiation with the Count Saint Germain beside you. Feel your energy and receptivity heighten as your vibration quickens, realizing there are no limits or hindrances. What's next for you? Next is the 15, the Muse. The Muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old. I'm sorry. It's like I feel my grandmother's presence right now. And the reason is she used to make us read Bible scriptures and we would have to stand. And I remember how she looked at me when I was reading and had a little hiccup in my wording. She looked at me just with love and kindness and said, "It's okay, just keep going." And so, reading to all of you, I read to you just as my grandma's with me. So, I apologize for stopping the reading. I just got to regain myself. Thank you for your patience. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the Creator within to lift your project to the skies. Close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel the power of creation now. Okay. Next is the 4, and we received this card also in the last reading. The sun shines upon a plain in England, where stands an ancient hedge in the distance, and a grove of birch trees nearby. Upon many of the trees is carved the old Celtic Agam letter Beath, which represents the birch tree and stands for birth. A beautiful woman walks forward carrying a basket, while two children run happily toward her. With this card, it's time for a new start, perhaps an actual birth, or at least a metaphorical one. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins. But even this new beginning has its roots in your deepest histories and your past lives. There may be some labor involved, but it's a labor that bears fruit. This card is associated with fertility, sensuality, and motherhood. There may be new energy in a romance, the family, or the home. You could be giving birth to a creative project too. Whatever it is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are about to come. Close your eyes and imagine yourself stepping into the proverbial pregnant moment. Feel the creative forces popping and sparking within and around you. What would you like to create with this energy? Next is the 21 Uriel and the Sphinx. The Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. Here, the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. This card shows that it is time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life, the digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug up many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already, and you have made considerable inroads. There's also someone here to help you, Uriel, whose name means fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Do not diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. Sense the Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy into you. Take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with the desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force and purpose swell within you. With them you can blast away the old and create that new life in every moment. Next is the 19 reflection. 19. Should have opened up the drapes a little earlier. Not sure how the pictures look for you. A full moon shines brightly over a quiet lake as a small ship glides gently through the water. The glow of the ship's lantern is reflected on the lake's surface, along with the moonlight from above. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. More importantly, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts. You are also more aware of your emotions and more reflective upon them. You recognize the differences between your intuitive voice, which is calm and assured, and your lower emotional compulsions, which are urgent and sometimes fear-based. Let yourself gain even greater clarity and control over your emotions now. This also would be a great time for you to take classes in meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, and other psychological and spiritual arts. If you have such an interest, your yin side is wide open and your receptivity is high. Trust your inner voice and you will be guided to greatness. Okay, then we have 12, the scribe. The learned scribe writes at a high desk. Nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts, but in many they were the most learned men of their time, people well versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. This card indicates a great sweep in mind and study for you. If there is any subject with which you'd like to acquaint or reacquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although that's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning is nothing less than a change your life or even change the world opportunity. Just as the Wright brothers began by studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise up on the wings of discovery now. There may be a teacher or even an entire school that can help you with this upliftment. Be sure to seek out the right person and place of learning. You could also become a writer or teacher yourself at this time, elevating and contributing to others. If you're involved in legal matters, there is a person who can help you with this. Let your great vision guide you to him or her. This could also be a time when you might find yourself writing proposals, grants, essays, blogs, articles, or books. Notice what compels you and be sure to answer the call. Be sure to answer the call, everybody. Okay? That's important. So let me go over these cards real quick. And I want to just put them in numerical order so we can see what we have. If there's anything that might resonate for you. See, where'd that go? See here, 3, King, 5, 8, and 1. Okay, so we have the One of Keys and One of Roses. So 1, 1. 11. Those are good numbers to have. Then we have 3, 3. Might resonate for you. 4, 4. Or 3, 4. Then we have a 5. So it could be 3, 4, 5. We have 2 7s. 1, 8. So it could be 7, 7 or 7, 7, 8 or just 7, 8. Then we have 12, 14, 15. 19, 21. And we have a king. That's the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed everything. Please do me a great favor and share, like, and subscribe for the algorithm of this channel and help me grow it. I'm so thankful that you've come to my page. I really appreciate you, sending you love, light, peace, and harmony. I pray today that God brings you all the abundance in every aspect of your life. And if you have to put in a little work to get there, that's okay. Life is a journey. Thank you. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Aloha.